Yo, what's good everybody? In this video, I'm going to be talking about the most important skill that you need to develop as a trader, which is going to be trading psychology, right? This is by far the most important skill that you need to develop and learn as a trader. So if you guys watch to the very end of the video, I'm going to be breaking down my 1.5 years of experience in meme coins, right? In trading, and basically what I look for in coins and how I view the market versus other people, right? If you're able to develop this strategy, if you're able to view the market differently than most people, then you're going to be able to have an edge, and then you're going to be able to finally make money. So I'm gonna first start with, why do I think meme coins are better than regular trading? A lot of people, whether they've started with meme coins or they've started with more traditional markets like stock, or maybe they're trading crypto futures. And yes, there's lots of money to be made in there, right? Let's say you're trading Forex markets, right? Or, all these different, currencies, the most liquidity markets in the world. Well, these are hyper competitive, and they are insanely hard to make money in, because you're not just versing your average 18-year-old kid in a room, in his messy room that eats Doritos all day, right? You're versing like hedge fund managers and people that have, millions, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, right? And they don't really care about an average retail trader, right? And their whole job is to either wipe these retail traders out for their own benefit, right? Or just make as much money as they can, right? And these people are not high school dropout kid that wants to make it in meme coins, right? So if you're able to develop a mindset very strong that most people do not have, right? And I'm not saying you have to be like Albert Einstein. It's just, these are the things that helped me, be profitable, right? Because most people treat this as gambling, right? Most people are too lazy to learn anything. Most people are too lazy to sit through a 10, 15, 20-minute video without crazy edits and swing arounds and whatever, right? And most people are too busy brain rotting on TikTok all day. If this is you, that's fine. It doesn't matter. But take this, right? Take this information and learn, and then change, right? The reason I'm making these videos in the first place is because I never really had anybody to teach me, right? I had to learn everything the hard way in meme coins. I lost a lot of money when I was learning, and my best months were literally last year in November and December, right? In 2 months, I made a crazy amount of money trading meme coins, and it completely changed the way that I viewed trading, right? And I viewed money in general. So going to meme coin psychology, right? Going towards okay, so traditional markets versus crypto markets. You can have such an insane edge, right? It doesn't matter whether you're 15 years old. I know 15-year-olds that are making 10K a month, right? So if you're not making 10K a month, it's it makes you pissed off. But then there's people that are making 50K a month, 100K a month, right? So there's levels to this game, right? Which in my opinion has to be motivation. You can't be envious or jealous of other people. There's literally negative benefit. There's zero benefit of that. So in my opinion, I think meme coin markets, at least trading meme coins, or I've made also videos on perpetuals, but I think these are the best, at least if you want a very good edge for yourself, right? If you don't want to go through crazy amounts of courses and learning, and yes, you need to put in the hours of course in trading meme coins, but it's different, right? It's more so attention market and bidding on attention. And if you have the mind, right? If you're a stock trader, right? Let's say you're trading stocks and you're looking at earnings reports, you're looking at this, and yes, if you become very good at that, then you can make a lot of money. You can go work at a hedge fund, you can manage people's finances, etc., right? Most people have the brain spans of a peanut, all right? Everybody's guilty of it, right? I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything. I'm just saying most of us have attention spans of a peanut, and that's why this space is good for a lot of people, because if you brain rot on TikTok all day, you're gonna be able to basically gain these narratives, understand these narratives way quicker than some boomer that's 40 years old that trades, on S&P 500 or something. Do you know what I'm saying? And another thing too, it's I know some people that I guess trade on funded accounts, whether it's futures or whatever, and I guess props to them, but it is a pyramid scheme in a way. I'm just saying, I'm just gonna be straight up with trading meme coins. You could literally start with $10 and run it all the way up, right? In November and December of last year, I ran up 0.3 Sol all the way up to 40 something K, and I have that all on my Bullx wallet. So yeah, it's literally you can make life-changing money in this space if you actually do lock in. And I'm not trying to throw shade on other markets. If that works for you, then it works for you, right? If you have your edge already, then stick with it, right? If you have an edge in something, whether it's trading meme coins, trading perpetuals, shorting Bitcoin, if you have an edge, then stick with the edge and perfect it, right? But in my opinion, that trading meme coins, right, you're able, at least for me, this is what I focused on, and this is what I gained my edge on. and everybody has their own edge. Everybody has their own strategy. I teach scalping, right? That's what I do, and it works for me. Other people will buy new pairs all day, right? And that hasn't really worked for me. Yes, sometimes I get lucky on new pairs, but I like, more natural looking charts, right? Everybody has their own strategy, and that's what I'm saying. So psychology is the most important thing, because charts, candlesticks, whatever, they're kind of meaningless. The truth is, if you want to trade candlesticks, you're still trading psychology. Where do you think it's going to go down to? So without my little rant of why I think meme coins is better than normal traditional markets if you want to really make money, let's really get started on like what actual psychology is. So the first thing is going to be, how do we like look at coins, right? This coin is a very good example of a natural looking chart. I'm very sure there's possibly bundles in here, and yeah, so we're going to take this slow, right? So that you guys can really understand what I look for in coins and how, like, what the perspective of me when I'm scanning for coins, right? Because I remember when I was new, I used to sit on like, this tracker all day and just wait till I see a wallet, like let's say Cupsy bought something, and I click on a coin, right? And I would just try to copy trade these people, and I would just get rinsed and rinsed and rinsed, right? So 99% of the time, copy trading does not work. And, there's always going to be people that fall for this. There's always going to be exit liquidity. And that's just kind of part of the game, right? And the thing is, I felt like, why would somebody do that, right? Now that I think of it, why would somebody do that? But all of us has felt, it's kind of like natural selection in the crypto space. People will just fall for stuff, right? You might think you're the smartest person, and then you fall for the dumbest scam. It's happened to me. It happened to me like a year ago, and I was just like, there's no way I fell for that. Yeah, I mean, I know there's people in this space that have lost like $1 million by getting drained, because you just have to be careful, right? You have to look at this as protecting your capital and not trying to make it all in one trade, right? Everybody's focused on trying to hit like the $1 million trade, but if you want to grow a small portfolio, which I'm assuming most of you guys have a portfolio that's less than 100 Solana, then if you're trying to grow a 1 Sol portfolio, 0.1, 0.5, then you're going to want to start with smaller amounts, right? And you're going to want to start with not just smaller amounts, but you're going to want to start with consistency, right? Everybody wants to flip their 1 Sol into 10 Sol, and then they think they're going to be happy. Most of the time, that's never going to happen because you haven't really developed the skill and you don't have any consistency within your trading. So focus, right? Build this into your mindset when you're trading meme coins. And if you don't want to waste your own money, you can use a platform like sniper.xyz, right? This is a free platform. I'm not sponsored by it. I don't get any money from it. And yeah, like you can see 75 Sol, it's not real Sol. And you could learn how to trade meme coins, like let's just buy this random coin. See, I bought the coin, it shows my average price, I can sell the coin, and it will show my P&L up here, right? So let's close that. And this is just an example. If you want to learn how to trade without losing your own money and learn a skill, right? Then yeah, you can try paper trading. It's free. You don't have to learn anything. And yeah, so another thing too is think for yourself, right? I know it's like very easy to like watch this wallet tracker all day, try to copy trade people, right? But really try to think how they are, right? Like look at the coin that they bought into and be like, okay, why did they buy this coin? Why did they buy where they bought? That's another thing, right? Being more independent in your trading, and also being patient. This is one of the most important things, is being a patient trader, because you might wait an hour for a good coin to come, and when that good coin comes, you could 2 to 3x, right? So that could turn your 1 Sol portfolio into 3 Solana portfolio, right? 4 Solana portfolio. And then you're like, okay, that was worth it, right? I waited an hour, but I made $300-400, right? That's better than working $20 an hour, $15 an hour, like, McDonald's or something, right? And then obviously you can get way bigger cooks if you just wait. But I see too many people just trying to jump in every coin because yes, I can get it. I get it. Sitting in front of the trenches all day can be boring sometimes. Now, I want to talk about charts as well, right? So I've mentioned in many of my videos, whenever I'm looking for a scalp, like I think this is a good runner coin that is probably worth a scalp, right? Where would I look to enter it? Well, every coin has psychological levels, right? Every single coin does, whether it's support, resistance, 10K, 50K, 100K. When a coin gets to like a billion market cap, right? When Bitcoin gets close to 100K, that is a lot of sell pressure because that's the golden number that everybody wants to sell at, or everybody wants to sell their Solana at 200 or 300, right? These are like the golden numbers. And this is where most people look to sell. And that's usually where you want to sell, right? Or short or whatever you want to do, right? But when it falls down to a support level, right? And the thing is, these are not always going to work, right? But if you base your trading, instead of just randomly buying within the chop, right? Randomly buying within candles that are like this, right? You're buying within nice healthy dips, not a downtrend, right? Not a downtrend, a nice healthy dip, kind of like this, right? But I want to see it go down a little bit more. But if you had a limit order here, you would have gone filled. But another thing too is for this one, I'd probably wait for it to come down to 100K wick, before I look to scalp it. But it's not just this, right? You have to be having like you have to have your attention on the game. Why does it go down, right? So you have to, you know, whether you have 2 monitors, I recommend obviously always trading on a computer. Yes, you can trade on a phone, but you have way more of an advantage if you're on a computer. If you have this opened up, right? Okay, you see this. So let's say it starts dumping like crazy all the way down to like 80K, and you think that's an entry, but you didn't check the X, right? You didn't check the Twitter, and then somebody says the dev is a rugger or something like that, and they send a screenshot with the proof. This coin is going to go to 0, right? This coin is going to go to 0, and no support or resistance is going to help the coin at all. So this is one thing to note, that most people don't do 10 seconds of research, and most people like trade like zombies. So if you're able to trade like consciously thinking, right, kind of treating it as a job in a way, then you're gonna be way more competitive. So yeah, I think this is gonna probably be part 1 to the series. If you guys kind of like these kind of videos, let me know. This is gonna be a very like, there's a lot to talk about with meme coin psychology. There's no way I could break it down in a video unless it's like 2 hours or something. So if you guys made it all the way to the end, you guys are goated. If you keep staying consistent in your trading, then I promise you it's gonna work out. If you show up every day, I'm sure 10%, maybe 5%, or even less made it to the very end. Maybe some people left halfway. Maybe some people were like, nah, this is good. Then they start scrolling on TikTok, or they buy a new pair and then they get rugged again, right? So if you guys made it this far, I appreciate you. And I wish the best in your trading, right? And another thing I would say is make sure to go join the Discords in the description below. These are by far the best Discords. I have my Discord. There's also another Discord, which is called the PF Trenches. Really good Discords. These are free to join, and they are amazing for learning if you guys want to get started, or if you guys have already been trading for a while. If you want a very active group with a lot of people in it, trading actively where you can hop on call, then I would recommend this, right? Always, if you want more of an advantage in trading, I recommend trading with other people, not trading alone, unless you're very experienced, right? Because with other people, it's kind of just like playing like squads on Fortnite or whatever, PUBG, Apex, whatever game, right? If you're playing solo squads and you're a beginner, you're gonna get wrecked. If you're playing squads with a whole squad and you guys can build up together, when you guys all get very good at trading, you're gonna be basically unstoppable, right? So make sure you guys go check them out in the description for free. I just recommend it. That's what I wish I had, a good Discord group. So yeah, those are the ones that I recommend. I have all the links for all the trading platforms that are for free in the description. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments. Make sure you guys like that smash button. And yeah, till next video.